Hey YouTube. Okay, today I'll be discussing this video by I'll Be Honest that was released on the 18th of June 2011, entitled "The Battle Against Sexual Immorality and Pornography" Tim Conway. So I assume that the guy that's talking in the video is Tim Conway. Anyway, he discusses the role of, well, basically he's discussing it from a new Christian standpoint as to what their attitude towards sexuality should be, because he notes that some new converts are having trouble with that or something. And he basically comes to the conclusion that sexual immorality, even though he doesn't really describe what that would be beyond quoting the Bible, he basically decrees that all forms of sexual immorality are sin, and therefore you go to hell if you do them. He goes on for about 40 minutes about it, and to be honest, he's basically just repeating the same point over and over again. Basically, his mindset goes like this: you have sex in a way that is not holy, which I assume is marriage or something. Even though marriage is just a social construct designed to basically mean that you can get your hands on your partner's money when you inevitably divorce them. So I assume he's saying something along the lines of that. And he's also saying that anything that deviates from the norm is immediately immoral. So I assume this guy's done nothing but missionary for his entire fucking life. I mean, if he's actually had sex at all, because I detect a fair bit of sexual frustration in this faggot. I mean, if you click on the video in the description, you'll see that he looks like a bit of a douche. Anyway, so yeah, he basically says that all forms of alternate sexual activity are wrong, which, well, it's a little bit bullshit, but I suppose there's some people who actually believe that crap. Anyway, serious time. Let's make it perfectly clear. There is nothing wrong with what anyone does behind closed doors with another person sexually, as long as it's consensual. That's it. There's no other requirement there. It has to be just consensual between two or more people. Doesn't matter what gender they are, doesn't matter how many there are, doesn't matter what the hell they do. It's none of my business unless they decide to film and then put it up on 4chan. But that's another situation entirely. Whereas these people, they basically treat the entire sexual aspect of life as though it's something that's wrong and that you shouldn't ever, you shouldn't really do it at all. And you should only do it to reproduce. And then they try and claim that humans are better than animals, when all the animals use sex toys to reproduce. Epic clap to you, you fucktard. Anyway, this Tim Conway bloke, he basically approaches the entire issue quoting Bible verses. And that's basically all he does exclusively. He does nothing but quote Bible verses. And basically there is basically no reason why anything he says should be taken seriously, because he does not bring up any actual physical evidence to back up his point. If he brought up evidence, for example, linking deviant sexual activities with an increased case of depression or rape or something, then I'd sit down and listen. And I'd sit down and listen and think, okay, even though I might not agree with this guy, he brings up some valid points. He brings up some valid points about this. But he doesn't. He doesn't bring up anything that's worth looking into. He simply just does not raise any interesting points. He just quotes the Bible at you continually. And to be honest, I just got bored after the first 20 minutes and just thought, you know what, I've got better things to do with my time than sit here and watch you. Although it kind of makes me a hypocrite because I'm kind of expecting all of you to do that. Yeah, I'm going to be changing video formats soon though, so don't worry about that. Anyway, back to this Tim Conway bloke. I haven't looked into his channel completely yet. I just had a brief look at his wall, and it's basically got more of the same videos against things like consumerism and communism and stuff like that. He basically does the usual videos about the usual things that Christians generally don't like. So there's nothing special there. Don't expect to see any interesting points brought up. It's going to be the same old crap that you're used to seeing. I mean, the only thing that makes this guy different from Venom Fang X is the fact that this guy hasn't reacted badly, as far as I can tell yet, to any criticism he receives. The only thing he's done is block the comments. But what can you do? Make a video like this bitching about it, I suppose. Anyway, he seems to be, I think he seems to be legit, because he does have a large audience around him, like a group of people listening to him. If he was trolling, he would more likely be, just him talking. That kind of could make me a hypocrite. But anyway, I highly recommend just basically going and taking a look, just so you can see what kind of crap's out there. And that's about all I really have to say about this issue. I will probably, if I can feel the inclination and can really be bothered at all, I may decide to do a series of point-by-point rebuttals on all of his points. But as I said, it's a 48-minute video, and I really do not think I would be able to actually put myself through that. And I honestly would feel sorry for you if I decided to, post a video like that. And to be honest, it's not really worth it either. It's basically the same old shit. Exactly the same stuff that you've grown to expect from these sorts of pastor folks. Anyway, it's about time I wrapped up this video. It's getting out to about 7.5 minutes long, and that's a bit long anyway. So anyway, yes, goodbye YouTube. I'll be back possibly later this week with a new video, and I will be discussing possibilities for a new format as well.